All right. Hopefully, the volume is going to blow everybody away. Earlier, I tested this microphone that my buddy sent me that he's no longer using. Now, these are both Blue Yetis. This is the satin silver, and this is the mystic white. Same microphone, just different colors. I took the adjustments from this one and put them on this one. So hopefully you don't have to quickly adjust your volume because it should be set at a normal level. We'll see. Before I get into what the title shows, I saw a commercial the other night. And I don't know if this is running strictly on cable or if it's running on national TV channels. It showed this very nice backpack. And it says basically, get this, backpack free, just pay shipping. So I decided shipping couldn't be more than $10. So I went on the website and, it's saying, we've got an overstock on these backpacks. We're giving them away just for shipping charges. So, of course, you got to click to the next box. And usually you got to fill in all your information first. Well, I wasn't going to fall for that one. But luckily, it said at the bottom, shipping charges $7.95. I'm like, you get this nice backpack for $7.95. So I was just getting ready. I had put my name and address in, and then you click over for your payment information. I was just getting ready to enter my payment information when I happen. And usually I don't read the little fine print in these, I started to read the fine print, and it stated free backpack, pay shipping only. And then the next line read, you are committing to a mystery box sent every 3 months for $46.95. I was like, bullshit. Yeah, you get the backpack for free. You just pay the shipping. But then they send you mystery boxes of merchandise every 3 months for $43.95. And you have to commit for a year. Now, how many people like me that don't read that fine print crap are getting stuck? Because if they didn't read that, they will get their free backpack. And then 3 months from now, their credit card will be charged $43.95 for whatever this mystery box of merchant. And they show it's got night vision goggles and binoculars and military style LED light. Yeah, right. That box has probably got a bunch of crap in it. So when you see these free just pay shipping, read that fine print, because I almost got screwed over. Now we're going to get into a situation that has been aggravating the shit out of me for a long time, boys and girls. And I would basically admit it's my fault. It's my fault that I allowed this situation to go on for as long as it has. Now, as most of you already know, my son has lived with me since he was 12 years old. Well, now he's 38. Still living with me, unemployed, collecting unemployment, but I don't see a dime. I am treading water to keep this roof over our heads and keep food in the house. Now, from a young age, I taught him to be a kind, considerate, generous person. Unfortunately, that has really backfired. And I'll tell you how it's backfired. First of all, he's become a know it all, especially when it comes to laundry. I have given up fighting and arguing, because what he will do, rather than do 2 or 3 loads, he will jam 50 pounds of clothing into the washer. And when it goes to the spin cycle, the thing just clangs and bangs and clangs and bangs. And over 15 years, he's destroyed 3 washers and 2 dryers. Yeah. 3 washers, and 2 dryers. And one was an expensive set that my sister had given me. Oh God, what the hell? Neptune. They were at the time, about $1,400 for the pair. And it was that new, water saving. These weren't cheap washers and dryers. Well, destroyed. Literally destroyed. When I moved in here, the girl that had been living here previously left a brand new set of GE washer and dryer. She said at the time they were like 6 months old. And she told me, they're yours. I have it in the text message. I said, hey, please cover my ass in case your uncle pitches a bitch fit, And she did. She sent me a text message that I've gifted these to Dale and they're his to do whatever he wants with. Well, I'm tired of arguing because I get this. I'm 38. I'm not a little kid. Well, we go from almost destroying the washer to attempting to destroy the dryer. Because instead of splitting the clothing up, we will stuff that 50 pounds of laundry into the washer or into the dryer, into the washer. Well, yeah. And then we run it for an hour. And if it isn't dry, do we separate it out to make maybe 2 or 3 loads? No, we will just run the dryer and run the dryer and run the dryer, thinking that the longer we run the dryer, it'll finally dry all the clothing. Well, he ran it the other day for like 4 hours. And finally, I guess he got the hint and split it down. But this is what happens constantly. Like the illuminating company gives me the electricity for free. Not to mention, let's see if we can destroy this washer and dryer. Then, if times aren't hard enough here, like I say, and I'm not going to get into the jobs right now because that is really going to piss me off. But he has this bad habit of thinking that this is a homeless shelter. His friends will get thrown out for some reason, and it's like, oh, yeah, you can. My dad don't care. Yeah, come on. And I tell him, like, I'm paying the bills. I pay everything. And my Social Security check only goes so far. Like I said, I'm treading water right now, trying to keep a roof over our heads and keep food in the house. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know who this girl was, but evidently she must have got thrown out from where she was at, or I don't know. I didn't go into that. Well, he not only brought her, he brought her cat. And the only reason I discovered this was the morning after the night he brought her in. Of course, all this is done after I go to bed, We've got, some of you know, a little black cat, a little black and white Abyssinian Bombay. She's 2 years old and weighs like 4.5 pounds, which is that's the breed. They're like, you got miniature Chihuahuas. Well, they're miniature cats. Well, she's got a white blaze under her chin. So she was in the hallway playing, and she darted out of the room into the living room. Well, like a split second later, here's this other black cat in the hallway. Now, I didn't know that this cat was here. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell she is in so many places so fast, until they were both on the stairway. And I was like, where did you come from? Of course, I get this. Well, I told you. Well, he has a bad habit of telling me as he's walking away and mumbling. So I don't, she was here for about 3-4 days. And next thing I know, his buddy's here. And of course, he's fixing all kinds of food for him. And this one's been here for like a week. And it's not only, you can come stay. My father doesn't care, which it's like, by the way, do you have laundry to do? Hey, bring your laundry. My dad don't care. He does this all the time. It's not bad enough that they're freaking living here, and I'm not seeing a dime. But it's like, yeah, I'll put a roof over your head. You can sleep here and eat here and bring your laundry. I'm at my wit's end. And I should probably be given a good swift kick in the ass, because he's in for a real shock if something happens to me. Because never in his life has he paid rent or paid a utility bill. Never. He don't know what it is. He has no idea what it's like to actually pay for a house. Because it's basically been handed to him all these years. I should have drawn the line, like when you're 21, you're out on your own, and you ain't coming back. Like most parents do. They're like, hey, once you're gone, I don't think so. Of course, with this generation, this is the shit that's going on. I have several friends where their kids have come back home. Although most of them see a little green. Not me. And I get this shit. Well, you told me I didn't have to pay nothing. Yeah, but he forgets the next sentence. While you're not working, you don't have to pay anything. But once you start working, I want to see groceries and I want to see your insurance money. Because I'm stuck paying the insurance. Of course, I co-signed it, so I got to protect my interest. But right now, with goddamn inflation, I can't afford this shit. We're getting an increase in Social Security in 2024. I got my notice the other day. You know what my increase is? $10 a week, $40 a month. That's not even a goddamn tank of gas, people. You know, when I look at it with people collecting welfare and food stamps, they're getting more than I am. And of course, I get this shit, why don't you go apply for food stamps? So and so's father got them. Well, I did. You think, I want to get a little benefit too. I did apply. I was denied because I get $12 a month over the limit. The cutoff. I get $12 more than the cutoff. So I qualify for zero. Now, I don't know if he's applied for them. Usually when you're on unemployment, they would think I'll see any of that. Nope. And my credit's about to go in the sewer because his car's about to get repossessed. And of course, if we lose a car, when the unemployment runs out, how do we get a job? I look out the window every morning. It surprises me to see it on the street. I'm surprised it hasn't been towed away yet. Because I'm pretty sure it's on the pickup list. So at 72 years old, I will have zero credit. And believe me, it took me a long time to work back up to finally getting somewhat of a credit level. But that's about the only good thing is, they can't attach my Social Security. That's one thing I thank the government for. They cannot attach disability or Social Security. But that debt will be over my head until the day I die. I'm hoping a certain person checks my Facebook and then watches this because maybe this certain person can give me some help. But like I say, it's my fault for not putting my foot down. And even when I put my foot down, I get the old, you're number one. Had I did that to my father, I would be eating out of my rectum because that's where my teeth would have ended up. I'm not crying on anybody's shoulders, boys and girls, because I caused my own problem. But I think that basically, when I say this is not a homeless shelter, it's not a homeless shelter. There's barely enough food to feed two people. And the thing that really pisses me off is every time one of his friends, is in trouble and cries on his shoulder, boy, he's right there to help. But when he needs help, there ain't nobody around to help. Nobody. And you think he'd get it through his thick goddamn skull that, when I'm in trouble, nobody helps my ass out. I'm done. In more ways than one, I'm done. Hopefully, the settings are where they should be because then I'll adjust. Actually, I started with this microphone and it appeared the settings were fine. But it seems like even though these things, they go down the same assembly line and they get the same pieces, they're not the same. So we'll see what this is like. And if it's set where it should be, I, I'm gonna tape everything over so it don't move. And with that, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll talk at you all tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Hello. Tomorrow, we're going to experiment with the Blue Yeti softball here. That's the microphone, boys and girls. I can't remember what they call this. They call it the ice ball or something ball. The only thing is it doesn't, most of the Blue Yetis have adjustments. This has no adjustment for volume, plus it has no plug-in for headphones. So this one's going to be really interesting. But we're going to try the softball tomorrow, and we're going to see what it's like. Because I'll tell you what, I don't know how long they've been manufacturing these. These are kick-ass microphones. Blue. I think they're made by Logitech. If I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere where the Blue Yeti brand of microphones is made by Logitech, which basically, I've got Logitech cameras. But we're going to try this one and see what happens. In the meantime, me and my Blue Yetis are going to sign off. See you, bye.